let's discuss the different revenue models that there can be. And this is kind of a fun thing because revenue means we're making money, right? So it's good. So the most simplest revenue model you can ever have is to put ads on whatever it is you have, right? Your website, or product, or even your car, or whatever. Put an ad on it. That's it. The problem with ads is that they typically do not monetize very well, and that your users and customers hate them, right? I mean, who wants to be bombarded with ads, right? Like we really don't go through life and we really don't have enough ads in our life, right? I mean, no, like we want less ads. There's just too much of it, right? People hate it. And really one of the worst things about it, if like, let's say you're in the web and you serve ads and somebody clicks on that ad, guess what? They kind of just left your website and they went to the other website, so you kind of lose the customer, right? They might never come back to your site. And so that's ads, and they make your products usually uglier, and your users much more often than not hate them. It means that it ruins the customer experience, which decreases the chance that your customer will have stick around with you. All those kinds of sorts of bad things, right? So for those reasons, ads aren't a favorite. The other option, next thing is sell a product, right? You sell a product, you make direct revenue. It's a transaction, right? I give you, I wrote a book, right? You want to buy a book? Great. You have to pay, right? And that's a really great thing if you're a business, right? Because, there's an exchange of money right there, right? And it's easier than you think to make a product. I mean, here I wrote a book, so it can be a digital product. You can make a product that's kind of mobile apps, another kind of a digital product if you're good with tinkering, or if you're good at arts and crafts. That's also a product that you can make and sell. So there's many kinds of products, but at the same time, people often they just don't often think of themselves as product producers, right? So the next best thing is to sell a product that somebody else makes, and that is called affiliate. So you become an affiliate reseller, and so that's fine. The great thing about it is that you don't manage the inventory. Usually, you just have a website and you kind of resell other products, right? So you don't have to make things. You don't have to deal with inventory, and trust me, dealing with inventory is a pain. But usually your commissions, the money you make from a sale is a much smaller percentage than if it was your own product, right? Because it's not your product, you just get a little cut from the sale. And that's why it's a little limited. The other kind of revenue models are, subscription revenue model. Usually, if you provide an ongoing service, so now we're thinking of our product as it's not a thing you give to someone, it's like a service, could be, right? Maybe it's a service. And the great thing about a service is often people might need it regularly, right? Let's say a service like mowing a lawn, right? Well, if you're mowing a lawn, you're providing the service, but the grass keeps growing, right? It doesn't stop. So every month or however long, whatever period of time, the grass grows, right? And the person needs your services again. So it's not a subscription model per se, but it's very close, right? It's essentially without a contract. It's repeatable revenue, right? Every month or every period of time, those people call you and they say, hey, okay, we need help, okay. And that's a really great thing because it repeats, and over time you get to make a lot of money from this customer. So something like service-based things where you provide a regular, something ongoing. Think about what you can provide in an ongoing basis. And if you do that, then you have yourself a great sort of potential for having a revenue model which is ongoing, and the lifetime value of that customer is good, it becomes high over time. So that's kind of just some very surface discussion of different revenue models you can have. but you'd be surprised how many companies and how many that really sums up. I mean, if you think about it, you go to a store, you buy something, then you bought a product, right? We talked about it. You get a haircut, yeah, your hair grows every couple of months or some period of time, right? So it's like you have an ongoing relationship with your barber usually, or a person who cuts your hair, right? Even though you don't sign a contract with them, you see them. You have cable. Did you buy cable? Yeah, they give you a service that's like repeatable, right? For your television, right? You pay for utilities in your home. Yeah, it's a service that's repeatable, right? So you brush your teeth. It's actually a product you buy in a repeatable basis, right? So I mean, these really sum up so many things that we come across in our daily lives, and this is actually quite enough to figure out what might be the really correct revenue stream for your business.